Barcelona were crowned winter champions last night after a solid 2-0 victory away at Villarreal, a result that confirms the Catalan club's consistency at the top of La Liga and sets the tone for the second half of the season. This Monday, the Spanish press offers contrasting perspectives, particularly in Madrid, where two faces dominate the headlines: Xabi Alonso and Vinicius Jr. Two figures, two very different trajectories, and one central question: what does the future hold? Starting with AS, the Daily leads with a clear message of internal backing for Vinicius Jr. According to the newspaper, Real Madrid's hierarchy continues to support the Brazilian forward despite a mixed season. His attacking output has been limited, and certain behaviors, both on and off the pitch, have reportedly raised concerns internally. Nevertheless, the club's official position remains one of confidence in the player. Marca, however, paints a more nuanced picture. The newspaper conducted a large-scale survey involving 120,000 readers, offering a revealing snapshot of supporter sentiment. One trend stands out clearly: strong backing for head coach Xabi Alonso, who has recently overseen a run of 3 consecutive victories. Digging deeper into the results, readers were asked to identify the main problem currently facing Real Madrid. 3 options were proposed: the club's leadership under Florentino Perez, the coaching staff led by Xabi Alonso, or the players themselves. A clear majority, 61%, pointed to the squad. Concerns over attitude and intensity, even in recent wins such as the 2-0 success against Sevilla, appear to weigh heavily in public opinion. When asked what should be done regarding Xabi Alonso's future, 76% of respondents favored keeping him in charge and reinforcing the squad rather than dismissing him or waiting for the Supercopa semifinal against Atletico Madrid. The transfer market was another key topic. 73% believe Real Madrid should strengthen in midfield, highlighting a perceived lack of control and balance since the departures of players like Luka Modric and Casemiro. Only small minorities called for reinforcements in attack or defense. Perhaps most strikingly, pessimism surrounds the club's title prospects this season, with 67% of respondents doubting that Real Madrid will win silverware. The most divisive question concerned Vinicius Jr. According to the survey, 86% of respondents would be in favor of selling the Brazilian now. A remarkable shift in perception for a player who arrived in 2018 as an 18-year-old prospect, once viewed as a cherished long-term project, and now increasingly scrutinized in the Spanish press. Despite the uncertainty, there remains a source of optimism in Madrid: Kylian Mbappé. The French forward continues to deliver at an exceptional level, recently reaching 59 goals in the calendar year, matching Cristiano Ronaldo's benchmark. His consistency has provided stability and leadership during a turbulent period for the club. Away from club football, international competition has also delivered positive stories. Morocco made a strong start to their Africa Cup of Nations campaign with a convincing 2-0 victory over Comoros. Brahim Diaz was named man of the match, producing an outstanding performance in an advanced role behind the striker. This display is all the more notable given his limited playing time at club level. With fewer than 500 minutes for Real Madrid this season, Diaz has nevertheless demonstrated his quality and influence when given responsibility, underlining his importance for the national team. A reminder once again that form and confidence can vary greatly depending on context, and that footballing hierarchies are never entirely fixed. A goal added to his tally, and the future of Brahim Diaz remains a subject to monitor closely. Barcelona, meanwhile, can savor a significant milestone. The Catalan club were crowned winter champions after a convincing 2-0 victory away at Villarreal. A true statement win from the league leaders, built around several standout performances. Notably, Eric Garcia's defensive solidity and another outstanding display from Rafinha, who continues to be one of the driving forces of this Barcelona side. Inside Mundo Deportivo, the focus is firmly on the league table ahead of the Christmas break. Barcelona now hold a 4-point advantage over Real Madrid. Another telling indicator lies in recent form. Over the last 5 league matches, Barcelona have taken the maximum 15 points out of 15. Real Madrid trail behind with 10, while Atletico Madrid have edged ahead of Villarreal in the standings. Across all competitions, Barcelona have won 9 of their last 10 matches, with their only setback coming in the Champions League against Chelsea. The club finishes the year on a high note. In total, Barcelona have played 60 matches in the 2025 calendar year, recording 46 victories. For comparison, the club's all-time record stands at 51 wins in 65 matches back in 2015. The attacking output remains impressive. 169 goals scored in 60 matches this year, not far from the 180 goals netted during that historic 2015 season. Rafinha and Lamine Yamal have played central roles in that productivity. Turning to Hansi Flick's starting 11 at Villarreal, Barcelona were still without several key players, including Araujo, Christensen, Dani Olmo, and Pedri. Pedri's absence opened the door for Frenkie de Jong, who delivered a very strong performance in midfield. Ferran Torres started up front, with Fermín operating as the attacking midfielder, Rafinha on the left and Lamine Yamal on the right. Flick made 4 substitutions during the match. Jules Koundé was forced off through injury, an incident we'll return to. While Eric Garcia, Fermín and Ferran Torres were also replaced. Casado once again demonstrated his versatility. Bernal returned close to full fitness, and De Jong stayed on the pitch after an excellent display. Marcus Rashford's introduction saw Rafinha move into a central attacking role, while Robert Lewandowski replaced Ferran Torres. Despite a relatively quiet outing from Lewandowski, the league's top Spanish scorer this season, Barcelona maintained control. Player ratings published in Marca highlighted 2 clear standouts. Goalkeeper Joan Garcia and Rafinha both awarded top marks. Joan Garcia continues to confirm his status as Barcelona's number 1, registering another clean sheet, while questions naturally begin to emerge around Marc-André ter Stegen's long-term future. Rafinha's form is simply outstanding. He has now been directly involved in Barcelona's last 3 goals, underlining his growing influence. Updated ratings in Sport further reinforce this view, with both Joan Garcia and Rafinha upgraded to near-perfect scores. Flick himself also received strong praise for his tactical management. Rafinha's performances speak loudly. Having been absent from the FIFA The Best shortlist, a point Flick addressed before the match, the Brazilian continues to respond on the pitch. He now features prominently among La Liga's top scorers. Kylian Mbappé leads the way with 18 goals, followed by Ferran Torres with 11. Lewandowski sits on 8, Julian Alvarez on 7, and Lamine Yamal continues his impressive rise. Barcelona placed 4 players among the league's top scorers, an illustration of their collective attacking strength. Defensively, Thibaut Courtois remains the standout goalkeeper in La Liga, though injuries remain a concern for Barcelona. The good news is that Jules Koundé's substitution was precautionary, with no serious injury detected. Hansi Flick immediately checked on the French international, and early indications are reassuring. The major concern, however, is Andreas Christensen. The Danish defender has suffered a medial ligament injury to his left knee and is expected to be sidelined for approximately 4 months. This absence could have strategic implications. Under La Liga regulations, Barcelona may be able to reallocate part of Christensen's salary allowance to reinforce the squad during the winter transfer window. The question now is whether Flick and sporting director Deco will move for a central defender in January. It is a topic already raised in press conferences and one that could shape Barcelona's second half of the season. Another storyline to monitor involves Robert Lewandowski. His agent has reportedly held discussions with Chicago Fire, raising the possibility of a future move to Major League Soccer. Barcelona have seen high-profile departures to the United States before, including Riqui Puig and Thierry Henry. For now, Lewandowski's situation remains unresolved. We close this press review with a recurring question in Spanish football. What should Real Madrid do with Vinicius Jr.? Not selected in Marca's Team of the Week, where Courtois was the lone Real Madrid representative, the debate around Vinicius continues to intensify. And finally, Barcelona. Winter champions, dominant, confident, and increasingly convincing under Hansi Flick. The season is far from over, but the signals are undeniably strong. Thank you for following this in-depth football review. If you enjoy this kind of analysis and want to stay up to date with the latest stories from European football, make sure to stay connected. A busy and exciting week lies ahead.